ontological then. The first box at the top is just the same as teleological and cosmological. It's for what the argument means. So that slide goes in the first thin box. It's not a posteriori like teleological and cosmological. It's a priori. It's prior to sense experience. Therefore, it means it's based on reason. So this is an argument based on logical statements of reason. This is not based on sense experience. Anselm is not trying to prove God's existence using empiricism like the cosmological argument. He is just demonstrating what is true. It is just true based on reason and logic. Ontos is being, logos is the study of. So it's the study of being. The being in this sense is God. So that's the first thin box, please. A priori, study of being. Box underneath is for where the ontological argument came from. This is created by Anselm. It's the only one that is created by the philosopher that's in the topic, in the subject. So it is created by Anselm. Anselm, in his monastery, was reading the Bible and came across this quote in Psalms. Fools say in their hearts there is no God. That is the starting point for the ontological argument. That quote is therefore very, very important. It's that one quote that inspired Anselm to create the argument. Anselm's reflections on this passage became known as the ontological argument. It's the idea that it's the fool in their heart says there is no God. The person that says there is no God is a fool. No, that's in the second box underneath, so spread it out, so yeah. But that's all that is in that one. So, 2 boxes, but they're 2 very important parts. A priori, first box, second box, the Psalms quote. That's all that goes in that second box. Box underneath is then split into 4. This is for the 4 parts of Anselm's argument. Premise 1, 1 box 2, 2 box 3, and conclusion. Split them up. Why? Because you must remember each of these separate sections. This is pass-fail territory now. Anselm 1033 till 1109, so very early thinker. Proslogion is the name of his book. 2 is the chapter. So 2 and 3 are the chapters or the books that we focus on. Proslogion is the name. Premise 1 is the quote that you need to remember now. This is pass-fail territory. God is that than which nothing greater can be conceived. Conceived means imagined. Premise 2, things can exist either in the mind or reality in the intellectu, or reality in re. Anything that exists in reality and the mind is greater than something that just exists in the mind alone. So it's better to exist in both than just one. Therefore, God must exist in both reality and in the mind.
Talk about them labelled as premise 1, premise 2, premise 3?
You can do. So the examiner will understand if you do use the premises.
So if you put in an exam saying, because premise 2 and premise 3 link quite closely.
Yeah.
So if you'd said in an exam, God may exist in the mind alone or in reality, but he also believed that anything in the mind is greater than something else.
Fine.
Is that
fine? You can merge 2 and 3.
But they wouldn't penalise you for not saying premise 1 and premise 2.
As long as you have the core of premise 2 and premise 3 in there. What most students just do is they go straight from 1 to 3 and just say it's better between the mind and reality. But if you've already explained that things can exist in the mind or reality, it is therefore better to exist in both than just one or the other. You're saying the same thing. Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. But if you want to be certain, do it as your different premises and your conclusion. Because a premise is a statement that links to a conclusion. So that's what a premise is.